Okay, I'm gonna skip the intro because no one wants to sit through this. Eggman is a very mid-tier character, and like I don't mean he's like a bad character. More, more like he's just very mediocre. You know, if you don't know how to play him, that is. Alright, so as a new Eggman player and noticing his abilities for the first time, you're probably gonna think two things, like I did. So first, what the fuck does any of this mean? And second, oh, these abilities only help me. Eggman must be a survivalist. Now if you think these things, that's okay. But especially that second one, you're gonna have to get over because Eggman, if played as a survivalist, is very mediocre. Like, sure, his speed boost is nice, but your base speed is so slow. Unless you have great movement, you're not gonna make any use out of the distance you get, because the EXE is just gonna catch up with invisibility or the teleport ability. And yeah, the shield is cool sometimes. Like, the EXE is stupid enough to hit it, but unless they are an idiot, it's never gonna work out for you. And I already hear you saying, oh, so Eggman's just bad. No, I just said he wasn't multiple times. But, kind of. Eggman has two very, very fun playstyles, I'd say. That, if played right, can carry your team to a win. Unless, EXE uses Rage Mode, then you're kind of fucked. But if played poorly, you're gonna die. A lot. Alright, so for the first type of Eggman, we're going to go with the Attack Eggman, or the Egg Scrambler, because that's a funny name. The Egg Scrambler is a much more ambush-heavy version of base Eggman. Instead of sitting in a corner waiting for last man standing, you can sit in a corner and wait for the EXE to turn their back or chase someone, and then you can go ruin the chase. Like, for example, let's say the EXE is chasing someone, like a cream that can't defend themselves, like, basically at all. And they're, like, super hyper-focused on this cream. You're gonna be able to run up in between that EXE and cream, shield, and two things can happen. So one, either the EXE is gonna be busy trying to not hit you, and give the cream more of an opportunity to leave the chase, or option B, EXE hits you because he's an idiot, spamming his M1, and he goes flying and gets stunned for 2 seconds. This version of Eggman is a lot like Knuckles, if you think about it, though. Mostly like the block. It kind of works the same, but Knuckles' block is a bit different because, one, it's easier to hit, it has a longer stun, and the one downside is that he doesn't really have a way out of it if he misses it, unless he punches out of his miss block. But with Eggman's version, it's pretty hard to convince the EXE to hit you unless they're dumb. And it doesn't really last that long of a stun either, it's only 2 seconds, but you have a speed boost to instantly run away if you don't hit your stun, which I find a bit more fun and rewarding than Knuckles, but, that's just me. Alright, now we can do my favorite Eggman, though, the defensive Eggman, or hard-boiled Eggman, because these egg puns are really, really funny. So, actually, I actually didn't start off with Eggman's abilities for some reason, but let's get into that now. So Eggman has two passives, a double jump and a heal from Metal Sonic. Now, the healing sounds pretty good on paper, right? You get to heal, one of the better stunners in the game, but it's a lot more boring than it actually is. Well, it's a lot more boring than it sounds. The healing passive only heals Metal slightly faster than his repair speed, which he can just heal the exact same amount, I'm pretty sure, without needing you, and in a corner where he won't be seen as easy. But the next part, much more fun. The abilities. So Eggman has 2 abilities like most other characters in the game. The first is his jetpack, which boosts him forward for 3 seconds, which can help him get away or get into places. This is a surprise tool that'll come in handy later. It has a 22-second cooldown and has no iframe. So if you run into the EXE with it, then you better be ready for that. But the second ability for Eggman can help with that, which is the shield. So Eggman gets his force field for 3 seconds and stops anything for damaging him 3 seconds in that shield. And if the EXE hits the shield, the EXE gets done for 2 seconds with a cooldown of 25 seconds. This also will come in handy later. Now that we have our extra tools ready, we can get into actually how to play the hard-boiled Eggman. Now, this Eggman is much more like survivalist Eggman than the attacking one, but you always need to be paying attention on your screen and look if anyone's about to die, or if they do die, because you are one of the most important options to go and save them. Besides Sonic, but he does everything better than everyone else anyways, so ignore him. Because of how fast you can go, and how you're guaranteed to get a revive with the shield. You can also heal Metal Sonic faster to make him able to, ruin the EXE's day, which is always fun for you. Much more frequently than you usually can without it. Yeah. Be unpredictable too. That's important too. Because a lot of people don't really play against Eggman that often. And whenever they do, it's usually a bad Eggman. So, if you can use it to your advantage and be unpredictable and do things people won't think you will do, if you're just a madman, a crack job, a nutso, you got a pretty easy time. It's like served to you on a platter. Eggman can be one of the best supports in the game if you play him right. And it makes me a bit sad, that most people play him as a lame-ass survivalist that doesn't really do that good by himself. When he's a lot more than that, actually. Even though maybe that's not what the devs intended, it's definitely something that you can do. And it's pretty fun to do, too, if you do it right. Yeah, just go kick Sonic's ass now with Eggman. And if you want more outcome memory stuff, that'd be fun, I guess. Maybe just more gameplay video, cause I don't really play that many other characters besides Eggman, because Eggman's the GOAT. Yeah, just let me know if you want more, and yeah. I said I'm done now. Bye.